We're here at Dow Rentone East Gagnon for our Dow Rentone Athlete of the Week. Today we have basketball player Vince Espinal, and here to present him with a check is Tommy. Tommy?
On behalf of Dow Rentone, I'd like to present this check to Vince. Vince, who you be donating your check to?
Big Brothers, Big Sisters group.
All right, Vince, you guys recently picked up a win over Legacy. You played for the Sixers Club, a team that's fairly new and fairly young. Tell us who are some of the key contributors on the team, and what are the strengths on the basketball team itself?
Well, our group is made up with a couple of the Anderson Bombers squad. Also, we have standouts Desden Fikes out of Okuru, as well as high school MVP Max Kepwe. Our biggest strength is that our communication. First time we had our group on the floor, we did pretty well without practice time, and we've been playing the last couple games with only 5 players. Stephen Whitehurst, which is our pretty much our sharpshooter, played Division II up in California. Then we have Matt McCoy and Adam Lloyd, who are inside and out players. Both are very quick, agile. And then we have Will Darling, pretty much is our enforcer. He's a stocky dude, doesn't back down. He's the hustle player that we got. We got a youngster, Austin Chrysostemo, straight out of high school. He's in a learning process, but we're working there. We're looking more forward to playing Team Heineken, which is the men's nationals team. We look pretty much we can try to beat them. They are a very diverse team, but we'll see.
All right, yeah, that was your first game together as a complete squad. If your team does show up and you do have a complete squad for the remainder of the season, how far do you see this team going?
I think we can go as far as getting to the championship, meeting Heineken there. Our biggest obstacle would be the Anderson Defender squad, who's made up with the other Anderson Bombers group, which they're both they're well chemistry. Yeah.
All right. Congratulations. Stay tuned to our next Dow Rentone Athlete of the Week.
KUAM Sports Athlete of the Week is brought to you by...
In other news, you want to make sure to tune into Weekend Edition tomorrow and Sunday as mixed martial arts fighter John Tuck is preparing to train for his first fight in the UFC. He sat down with our Jason Solis to talk about what the opportunity means to him. Here's a peek at that interview.
Well, anybody else can do it. You know, I'm just happy to be the one to pave the way, you know, for the future, and it's a great feeling, you know. Everybody else is just as islander as I am, and why wouldn't anybody else make it to the UFC as well? And I'm just happy to be in this position, and going into every fight, you know, I carry the flag, and you know, wherever I fight, friends, family, you know, all across the world too. I just fight my heart out for each and every one of them.
Keeping with MMA news, tune into MCV Channel 2 tomorrow at 7 o'clock to watch PXC 33 from the Philippines free of charge. And then on Sunday, you can catch the show again on KUAM TV 11 at 8 p.m. Once again, that's PXC 33 from the Philippines tomorrow at 7 o'clock on MCV Channel 2 and on Sunday at 8 p.m. on KUAM TV 11. All right, let's turn it over now to Jason Solis for some NFL fantasy football tips. Check it out.
All right, hi there, all you fellow fantasy football fanatics. Now remember, we are in a modified NFL schedule this season, so there are Thursday night games every week in the regular season. So that means there's more pressure on you as a fantasy owner to modify your trades, work the waiver wires, and set up players, and make sure you know who on your roster is injured. So on that note, let's go ahead and show you the KUAM TV Games of the Week. And up first on TV 11, Monday morning has the Raiders hosting the Steelers. So you're going to want to make sure to start Sebastian Janikowski at kicker. Oakland's offense is sputtering, so don't expect him to hit the end zone too often. And Big Lefty's got a lot of leg. Remember, he's already nailed a 50-yard field goal in Week 1. As for the rest of the Silver and Black, Carson Palmer and Darren McFadden are good to keep on your roster, but mainly as trade fodder that you want to use later on this season. As for Pittsburgh, you want to start wide receiver Mike Wallace, as he's averaging 55 yards receiving and a touchdown each game, so he has good production. Rashard Mendenhall at running back, not so much. He's coming off an injury, so leave him on the bench. And of course, the Steel Curtain, surprisingly, is not the slam dunk that most people would think it's been. They are ranked 25th in the league so far this season for yards allowed per game, so you want to think about playing another defense if you have them. As for the late game, let's take a look at the other one. On Sunday Night Football on TV8, the Patriots will be traveling to Charm City to face the Ravens. The Pats have a retooled offensive line with the retirement of Matt Light, so if you drafted the Ravens defense, you want to start them. They are a turnover-oriented unit, which means big points for your team. And also, of course, with Aaron Hernandez out with an ankle injury, Rob Gronkowski will be double and triple team, so you want to bench him, but it still would be wise to start quarterback Tom Brady for yardage and points. And that is going to do it for this week. Have a fantastic time playing fantasy football. We'll see you next week with more tips. I'd love to hear how you did in your league, so shoot me a note at jason@kuam.com.
All right, thanks a lot, Jace. That's going to do it for sports. We're back right after this.